You put your right. You put your right. You put your right foot in, right foot out, right foot. You put your right foot in, right foot out, right foot. You put your right foot. You put your right foot in, right foot out, right foot creep. Ooh, I'm with it. Look around and stay low, make sure they don't see you. You put your right foot in, right foot out, right foot creep. You You put your right foot in, right foot out, right foot creep on, I'm with it, you walk. Look around and stay low, make sure they don't see you. That's what it's all about.